Hello everyone, my name is Bee. Welcome to my channel. Here's the thing. I am just gonna be rambling. This is different from the previous video. I don't really have anything set up. I don't have a fun little PowerPoint presentation to go through. I am just talking. And I want to preface this, I'm going to put a disclaimer at the front of this, but I want to reiterate that I might not know what I'm talking about, because I haven't done really super deep lore dives, and that's on me, I know that, but I haven't done really super deep Fate lore dives. The best thing I have currently is just everything that I've seen from friends playing the games and watching animes and all that stuff, and playing the Fate Go game. That's all I've really got. So please bear with me. This is all for goofs and gaffs. Welcome to me having a mental breakdown over a theory that I had. So I'm just going to be staying in my room for this one. I'm not going to do a fun little transition. We're just going to talk. We're just going to talk. So here's the thing, right? Recently, I had some friends play Samurai Remnant, and while I was watching Samurai Remnant, there was something that came about, right? They talked about how female Berserker Musashi isn't from this timeline, right? Like, the timeline of Iori is not the timeline of female Berserker Musashi. Iori's Musashi was a man. Now, here's the thing I was thinking about. Is Iori's timeline the quote-unquote proper timeline? We know the proper timeline is most likely connected to Fate Go. And probably Fate Stay Night, since that is the jumping off point of the Fate lore. So that's probably part of the main connection. So that, all of that. So Zero, all of Fate Stay Night, but we do know out of all of the relationships, I believe Artoria's is the main connecting point. I believe, y'all can fact check me on that, but I believe that the quote-unquote true ending is Artoria, and then you have Fate Go, or you have Lord El Malloy, and then you would have Fate Go. So I think, obviously, Fate Go is kind of in the ether, might not be connected to anything, might be connected to everything. Not quite sure. Here's the thing. What I'm trying to get at is timelines. The timelines are very, very strange. And honestly, this originally was supposed to be me talking about Medea, because Medea is one of my favorite characters. I love Medea's story. I love her in Greek mythos, and I really love her in Fate Stay Night. I really, really love her. Now, sorry, I'm snuffly. Now here's the thing, right? Medea, in the animation of UBW, Unlimited Blade Works, the jumping off point of this was Medea sees her Jason, right? She sees her Jason. Like, she shows Shiro her Jason. Here's the thing with that, though. That Jason does not look like the Jason that's recorded in the Throne of Heroes. And that's kind of the jumping off point of this. I was originally just going to talk about how strange that is, especially considering in Jason's Unlimited, or not Unlimited, that's not Unlimited Hours, in his Noble Phantasm, the Medea that is pulled forward is Lily. It's not the Medea we know. And obviously that, again, can be because of like what he sees her as and things like that. But I think it's a different timeline. I think Medea Lily and Medea the caster are different Medeas from different timelines. And again, this was almost confirmed to me through Samurai Remnant, because we know that those are two different timelines. And I was talking to my lore husband, because that's what we're starting to call him now. I was talking to my lore husband, Keith, that I was talking to him about how, what if the height of a person is what is recorded into the Throne of Heroes? The quote-unquote perfect version. Obviously, Fate Go gets a little because, you know, you have Super Orion and then you have Orion, and that kind of stuff gets a little back and forth iffy. So if we ignore some of Fate Go, pick what makes sense and pick and, you know, kind of set aside the things that don't. The example I used of like the height, the most quote-unquote perfect version of someone's self being recorded into the Throne of Heroes, one of the examples I used to explain myself was Bedivere. I love Bedivere. I have a figurine of Bedivere. Bedivere is one of my favorite characters. Here's the thing. Bedivere was not recorded in the Throne of Heroes until, and this, like, we know that some, like all the Lost Belts and Lost Belts and Singularities, that's time travel. That's time travel. So he went to a time, it's not only time travel, they went to a different timeline. That's a different timeline. Here's the thing. He then created a version of himself worthy of being recorded in the Throne of Heroes. By sacrificing himself, he was recognized by the Throne of Heroes to be indicted? Accepted, sure, into the Throne of Heroes. Another reason that I think this is, barely anyone knows anything about Bedivere. People who know him, like, in passing, if you draw him, most people, if you look up images of Bedivere drawn, almost no one draws him without his arm. The arm he lost. Everyone draws him throwing the sword into the lake with both arms. He's supposed to have at least a fake arm, or only one, when he does that. Now, again, this version of Bedivere proved himself to be his quote-unquote most perfect and is recorded into the Throne of Heroes. So then, jumping off of that, we go back to Musashi, the first thing I talked about. Male Musashi is Iori's Musashi. However, female Musashi is what is recorded in the Throne of Heroes. I know, I haven't made it that far, but I know that female Musashi in Fate Go gets a little iffy, I've been told. But if we focus on Samurai Remnant version, if we focus on that, female Musashi is the quote-unquote probably most perfect version of Musashi, which sounds funny considering it seems like she is, like, I mean, it doesn't seem, she is a berserker, but it's very interesting to me because in Samurai Remnant, we know that Iori, his Musashi, died of old age. However, then, Sparrow Man, you know, Kojiro Sasaki. So, it seems like Sojiro Sasaki in Iori's timeline of Samurai Remnant, in the timeline we follow, Sojiro Sasaki either won or not. He didn't win, most likely, otherwise they would have died. But either it ended in a draw or someone, like, spared someone's life. Either Sasaki spared his life or other way around. Like, something happened there. Because Sasaki comes forward to teach Iori swallow reversal. Which is not sparrow, I got that wrong. It's swallow reversal. So that's the thing, right? He has to be alive. That or something extra weird is going on. And I don't think something extra weird is going on. But it might be. You guys can tell me if you think something extra weird is going on. I don't think so, but hey, what do I know? I'm just a pink-haired bitch on the internet. But that's the thing, right? Is that version of Musashi that died of old age, Iori's Musashi, was by the Throne of Heroes considered not the perfect version of Musashi. The perfect version of Musashi was the female Musashi. And that is who was recorded in the Heroes. So that's kind of where I'm at, right? Is there are so many timelines. And it also is curious to me of how many timelines are there and how many are properly connected. Because there are people who clearly meet others. Like, for instance, again, going back to Samurai Remnant is Iori meeting a different timeline version of his dad. Like, his father figure. But that's not his dad. Clearly, that's a woman. So, we have that going. And not only that, but also Sojiro Sasaki is there, which is strange. But then also coming back all the way back to Medea, if Jason were to meet Castor Medea from Fate's Stay Night, would he recognize her? Because clearly the one that he summons in his noble phantasm is Medea Lily, which also is kind of uncomfy. But we'll figure that out later, or we'll never touch it. But there's all of that. And honestly, I just wanted to get all those thoughts off my chest. I have other unhinged theories that I'm also considering. There is gonna be one on Shiro Day, so y'all can get excited for that. Or terrified, you know? I will accept both. Become terrified, become excited. Do what you feel is right. But I don't think there's like a true, proper conclusion to this theory. I just think that there are so many versions of a person, and only the best version of themselves is what's recorded. That's my theory. But if you guys have any add-ons, if you want to tell me I'm stupid, go for it. We love the engagement. Here's a statistic for you to look at, so make sure that you like, subscribe, and leave a comment, you know, get that engagement. I love all my little honey drops, and if you're not a honey drop yet, make sure to hit that subscribe button. I'm gonna go buzz off now, and maybe take some sort of allergy pill, because Lord knows I need it. Bye, guys!